Hello and happy Friday, dear tribe. I will be posting this video on Friday, and I am again wanting to pick up on this theme of anger. I'm feeling the anger. So many people are feeling the anger. So we're bringing the hammer down on anger this week. So this video is about how to effectively speak from anger. And this is a follow-up from my video last week about how to be able to speak about something that people don't want to hear about and be heard. And so I'd like to bring forward a couple of comments from the tribe to the video last week, and let's expand this a bit more. So Angela, taking a selection from what you said, for anyone who likes to cross-reference spiritual traditions, as I do, you might like Richard Rohr's new book, The Tears of Things, Prophetic Wisdom in an Age of Outrage. He identifies the pattern of prophetic leaders. It follows anger, lamentations/sadness, love. And so Angela continues, when I reflect in these times, I see myself in this cycle. So I really love that people in the tribe are sharing resources within the YouTube comments. And I do believe an important part of our movement forward is a growing capacity to be able to speak across different spiritual traditions. Um, it when we're able to speak across different spiritual traditions, it allows a fluidity of being able to really feel and understand what is being spoken rather than hearing it rote in church every Sunday since you were, before you could remember as a child. It's very different to be able to hear the power of the words and to be able to identify how different spiritual traditions are often speaking about very similar things. And you can only see that when you're feeling the powerful intention in the words. So this is about developing that ability to feel what is being said and to be able to understand the interconnections between different spiritual traditions. It's very powerful, and it is something that will be part of our growing towards the new golden age of being able to move out of the rigid kind of ways of studying and speaking and opening to a more fluid and truly deeper way of understanding things. So thank you very much for sharing that, Angela. And hopefully this also will provide further reflection to others about this pattern of prophetic leaders from anger to lamentations and sadness to love. So it's kind of like providing this pathway of how we might progress through the emotions that we are feeling and putting it into the language of what I've spoken before of vibration. This is about raising the vibration. Anger is a low vibration energy to begin with. And so this is about raising it from anger to lamentations and sadness to love. And love is a high vibration energy. And the second comment that I'd like to pick up on is from Demay, who I've also had the pleasure of meeting in person. She said, I'm currently reading Nonviolent Communication by Marshall Rosenberg. Although I understand it intellectually, I must say it is difficult to put into practice, but practice I will. And I love that you posted that, Demay. I listened to the audiobook by Marshall Rosenberg, the Nonviolent Communication book, years ago, and I knew it was so powerful. And I took rampant notes as I was listening to it. I really kind of engaged it as a practice. And I really tried to internalize and to study. And I had that same feeling of, wow, I can't even imagine myself getting to the point where I could be responding to things in the way that Marshall Rosenberg is teaching. But I really like what you said to me because I do think that it is a matter of practicing. Just, finding some little step in to practice some little piece, even if it's just even stopping before you respond with anger. And the place where Marshall Rosenberg came from in doing his work and writing his books and, spreading his method for teaching and training people in his method. Like it had very powerful beginnings where, he saw it's been so long since I've read the book. I don't remember the specifics, but he saw such anger and such violence happening that he really felt in his heart that he had to find a different way. And this is so pertinent to our current time. So I really appreciate you bringing forward the work of Marshall Rosenberg de May. And there is a lot there for all of us. And, I worked with it for a while and came to a certain point. And, you know, really what he talks about, the vision that he has for nonviolent communication, is powerful, it's profound. And I could see it taking a lifetime to really master what he taught. So let's be wherever we're at. Let's be at our beginner stage in terms of learning how to communicate well with others in a way that's not about violence, but it is about change. Okay, I look forward to your comments below. And I should also put a shout out for the live community event that I'm holding on May the 18th called Stand in Your Power, where I am going to, one piece of that program is I'm going to be doing an empowerment for the throat chakra, which is releasing your ability to speak your truth, to speak from a place of authenticity, to speak from a place of power where you can have greater influence with others. So I'll put a link below, and I hope that you can join me for this free community event. It is going to be powerful. I am going to be speaking about my experiences as a justice activist, and specifically from the place of empowering you to be able to make the changes that you would love to see in your life, in your world, in your community, in your country. So I look forward to hopefully seeing you on May the 18th, and if not, then in the next video. Okay.